Welcome to the Fourth Line Hockey Show. I'm your host, Willie Plouffe, my winger, Mitchell Clint. Mitchell, how are you today, big fella?
I'm good. You know, I said last week that I might wear a Malkin jersey. I didn't, obviously wearing Columbus Blue Jackets this week, so we'll see. I'll keep looking. We'll, stay tuned to the show. We'll see if I end up with a Malkin jersey. Who knows? Well,
to all you Leaf fans, Mitch hung up his vintage jacket, which is a great thing for guys who are not Leafs fans. We have a great show today. We had, a fellow came in earlier at the beginning of the year, Darcy Mitani. He plays overseas, played at UND. He's from Ontario, now lives in the Peg. He's hung him up. He's retired. Like 1 year he's done. Like he's done, I think, 15 years. We'll let him talk about it. He's retired.
Yeah, no kidding. When we talked about this will be our second repeat guest on the show. We had Mike Wake a couple of weeks ago when we were at the outdoor rinks, which, might I add, I hit up a couple of days later because I saw how empty it was, so I jumped all over it. But yeah, then now we're going to have Darce back. I'm eager to see kind of how retired life is treating him.
No kidding. One season is coming, winding down. Playoffs are coming on. His squad, I think they got knocked out of the playoffs. He's done. He's home, and we're going to bring him in and have a little bit of talk, about his career and some good found memories he has. And life goes on after hockey. Come on in, Darce. Welcome to the Fourth Line Hockey Show, Mitt.
How you doing?
Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Darce, we, when we had you on last time, we talked about you going away, a little bit of history and that. And what happened over 1 year?
You know what? It was, well, kids are getting faster and I'm getting older, so. Family life back home, it's hard to be without your family. So, my wife got a job, kids are in school, so it's timing. You want to go out on your own terms, and I was fortunate enough to do that.
You're very modest, Mitt, but I have to correct you, buddy, because you still are up in the scoring leaders as one of the leaders on the Asian Hockey League. So you've carried your own over there.
He certainly has. Now, here's my question. Something I've always wondered. A player says he's going to retire. What is the actual process with the current team you're with, the league you're playing in? What is the actual process to retire? Is there papers to file? Talk about that.
You know what? I don't think there's really much. I mean, there's a website that kind of follows and tracks, signings and whatnot in every league. So, it pretty much just take an email for somebody to write in there and, you're officially retired. But to go through the process, for me, our last half of the stretch of the season was kind of up and down, and I wasn't sure if we were going to make the playoffs. So, with that being said, you never know if it's going to be your last game of the season, you're going to get into the playoffs. So I kind of prepared the regular season was going to be my last, and unfortunately it was. So it was a good run. I've got nothing but great things to say about my time overseas, but a new chapter opens up.
Awesome, Darce. Now, give us a little bit of insight on what do you do in your pastime, Mitt? What's some of your good stuff going on?
Well, for me, I was fortunate enough to get the summers off and, kind of relax and train. So, growing up in Dryden, it's a lot of outdoor stuff. So I got into fishing, not so much hunting because I was gone in the fall, but, fishing, just, kind of relaxing, camping, doing outdoor stuff. So that's, I got a few things on the agenda, but for the most part, just relaxing until I can organize my life and figure out what I'm going to do for the next part.
Plans for the future. I mean, what do you want to do? You want to stay in the game? Is that something that interests you?
I've pretty much just known hockey my whole life. So to stay in hockey would be great, but if other avenues open up, I'm willing to be open-eyed and see what's out there.
Well, I definitely know. I'm going to steal Darce a little bit for a little bit of coaching. I know the guy who's got a lot of experience in that. We cannot let him get away with not sharing his experience and helping out the young bucks in the system of that, Mitch. We need to get him involved.
For sure, of course, experience. And I mean, the hockey system in Winnipeg and Manitoba and Canada is always going to need coaches. And, if you got an experienced guy like Darce, there's nothing wrong with that, which kind of leads me to my next question. What would be your coaching strategy? Are you an offensive guy? Are you the 1-3-1 trap kind of guy? What kind of coaching philosophy, if you had to throw it out right now?
You know what? I was always, pretty much a hard worker. I had some skill, but, I needed to work hard all the time. So if I was to coach a team, it'd be pretty disciplined, lots of hard working. And, you never know. You got to kind of always adapt to other teams. So kind of feel it out. I've been on, Olympic-sized rinks. So, you need to be more of a skating team, a little bit less physical. But back here, the rinks are so small, it's a little bit of a logjam. So, my hockey philosophy might change. You never know. So it would all pretty much depend on, what's going on, what teams are playing or whatnot. But, I guess I need levels to coach back home. So, probably in the summertime I'll have to get everything organized and get my level so I can probably coach the kids or whoever.
Awesome, stepping in, taking charge a little bit, Mitani here. Darce, what about, do you have a couple, we're not going to hit you with all your great memories, because I'm sure you have a lot of them. Can you name a couple good memories that you have from overseas? I know you have a lot of great friends, and you play with a lot of good players. Can you pass on share some information with us?
Well, you know what, probably, my number one would be, I got to play an exhibition game with Team Canada, was pretty good. Number two would be playing for Team Japan in the Worlds. My citizenship, I got dual, so I played in the World Championships, and I think it was 2006. So that was good. I had a great time there and great experience, and just pretty much just being in Asia. Just traveling, getting to see different parts of the country and experience different things. The food's been great, the people have been great, and my time there has been great. But all good things come to an end sometimes.
And do you think, let's say hypothetically you do end up in the coaching ranks or still involved in the game next season, do you think that'll help kind of with the adjustment of, not having to, be in the dressing room and being on the ice, like, almost going through that withdrawal, you know what I mean? Kind of, you don't have you're not on the ice being that competitive player, but you're more taking a step back. There's going to be a little bit of a withdrawal there. It's been your life, like you said. So do you think kind of staying involved in the game will help with that?
I think for sure. Even just being at the rink with my kids. Come probably fall, winter time. When it gets a little bit colder out, that's usually hockey season for me. So, that itch will be there. But right now, it's just kind of relax and just kind of focus on family life and see what's going on and get everything in order. And then I'll start crunch time, see what's out there. So I need some money somehow. So can only play the lottery for so long, but.
Right.
We'll see what happens. I'm open to anything, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I know there's you've been a couple phone calls have been coming my way trying to recruit you in the Fort Garry Old Timers hockey. Some of the guys, Johnny Stewart and Poodle's trying to get you on our squad, picking you up and having some fun with us. Matt, you're also a pretty decent fisherman. I know I sat in your boat a few times, and you've given me some. Why'd you lose that fish? You've given me some heck sometimes.
Yeah, it's always been a pastime of mine. I'm pretty passionate about it, and I've done a few tournaments here and there, so it's been good. Won a little bit of money, lost some money spending, hitting logs and rocks and whatnot. But the good with the bad, you still, I can sit all day in the boat and catch nothing and just relax, and so I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of that this summer. Haven't been around too much in Winnipeg to know any of the lakes, so just kind of reading up about what's out there here and looking forward to catching some fish.
Awesome. Mitch, just want to say that coming to a close here, we want to thank Darce for coming out, and I'll let you know that Darce played 15 years overseas, played at UND, good junior hockey. He's had a great run at hockey, and like he says, life goes on. A new chapter opens up, and he's got a wealth of knowledge to help out people out there.
Absolutely, and that's like I've said, there's always going to be a need for coaches. There's always going to be a need for mentors, even if he can't, fully commit to an entire season if he's got something going on, whether with his kids playing hockey or what. I mean, any team would benefit from having a guy like Darce come out and just give, whether it's systems work or just fundamentals work, any of that, it would be obviously extremely helpful.
We might have to get him here as one of our wingers. I don't know if he can cut it. He looks in good shape compared to myself. You're in good shape too, Mitchell. Yeah. Fourth Line Hockey Show wants to thank Royal Sports Shop once again for our awesome wardrobe, Columbus Blue Jackets. I've got the old flames going. Iggy, let's go, and Darcy Mitani for coming out today. See you next time.